I need to fuel myself because this video is probably gonna be very long. I am having a stir fry with red cabbage, Savoy cabbage, mushrooms, yellow pepper, red onion, and some vegetarian protein, kimchi, and toasted sesame seeds on top. I really love this kimchi. It's homemade, perfect balance of garlic, ginger, whatever aromatics go into it. Okay, I'm ready. Grab a cup of tea or another beverage of your choice, hopefully a healthy one, and let's begin. Many people struggle with this when they start on the healing journey and then suddenly they see that their symptoms are only getting worse, not better. This is also known as a die-off or Herxheimer reaction, or Herxheimer, or Herx for short. It happens because when you start on the healing journey, you are killing essentially the bad guys, also known as pathogens, by introducing either maybe antifungal remedies or just general healthy eating. Then the good guys overtake, they kill the bad guys off, but your body still has to eliminate all that waste. So it goes all over your body, and when there is a congestion, so the flow of the toxins out of the body is not efficient, then you get these symptoms. For example, it can show up as a rash, it can show up as a flu-like symptoms, or the worsening of psoriasis, things like that. And here are my tips for dealing with the die-off or the healing crisis. The tip number one is to understand that it is inevitable. Be mentally prepared that it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. Tip number two is to take it easy on yourself. Don't expect to have the same level of mental clarity, energy, and focus that you had before the healing crisis. And take time, of course, to rest and to take care of yourself during this time. Tip number three is to do everything you can to eliminate those toxins out of your body through all of your body elimination organs, and we're going to break them down step by step. First, let's recap what the elimination organs are: kidneys, circulatory system, liver, lungs, bowels, lymphatic system, and skin. Skin is actually the largest elimination organ of them all, and when others are being congested, then skin takes some of the beating. So that's why you can see the worsening of psoriasis symptoms when going on a healing program. Now, before we carry on, I just want to give a short disclaimer that I am not a doctor, not a medical professional. I am giving advice based on research, and I advise that you do the same research, do your due diligence before taking in any of this advice and implementing it. Now let's look at our kidneys and bloodstream and ways how we can help them eliminate the toxins. Our kidneys are two small bean-shaped organs found at the base of our rib cage on the backside of our body. They filter around 200 liters of blood a day, which makes about 1 to 2 liters of urine per day. Our kidneys work in conjunction with our bloodstream to remove waste products during the detox process. Here's where my next tip comes in. Drink lots of water during your healing crisis. You should drink it anyway, but this is just a reminder that it is essential that you drink enough water. It is recommended to drink approximately 1 ounce of water per 2 pounds of weight, which is the equivalent of approximately 30 milliliters of water per 1 kilogram of weight. Like I mentioned, during the healing crisis, you may have the worsening of the symptoms that you might have experienced before. I used to suffer with cystitis, but eventually was able to overcome it. But the last healing crisis I experienced, I felt the cystitis actually coming back. That is because the toxins, whilst coming out through the urinary tract, are irritating the gentle mucosal lining and creating that uncomfortable feeling. So what I would do is buy a proper cranberry juice unsweetened. I know that in UK Biona brand does that kind of juice, and dilute it in some water and just take it all down at once. However, if you don't have cranberry juice, I had success with just drinking big glass of water all at once. All that water is going to be introduced into the system, and soon in about 15 minutes or so, you will have more urine to go through and cleanse those toxins out. Exercise is a great way to accelerate the healing process. You will find that I mention exercise in most of the organ elimination tips. That is because it truly helps to move things along much quicker. This is one of those things that I have overlooked in the beginning of my healing journey, but once I realized how important that is for stimulating the blood flow, I would not miss on exercise as part of the healing protocol, especially knowing that blood transports oxygen and nutrients to every cell of our body, and obviously takes the waste products away from the body. That means that it accelerates that bringing in of the oxygen and nutrients and taking out the waste products. The next set of elimination organs that we're going to look at is gallbladder and liver. The gallbladder and liver work together to filter and break down the toxins that need to be later eliminated by the kidneys and the bowel. The next recommendation that I have is a liver detox tea. Taking that probably in the morning as you wake up after your first glass of water. So the liver blend would consist of herbs like dandelion root, burdock root, red clover, nettle, and milk thistle. You can probably find ready-made blends in the health food stores. If your health food store has an herbalist working there, they might be able to do this blend for you. You can also purchase all the separate ingredients online and just mix them up together. The proportion is 1:1 basically of each ingredient, same amount of each ingredient, but make sure that you do that in volume and not by grams, because some of them weigh more than others in volume. So if it's say a quarter cup, then a quarter cup of each ingredient. And then I take 1 tablespoon per cup and I just pour the boiling water over it. Some recommend steeping it, so you can do a couple of tablespoons and steep them, so you have several portions of that tea already maybe for the next 1 or 2 days. Just make sure that the ingredients in this tea are not going to interact with any other medications or any other conditions that you might have. I don't have any issues with this, but you need to do your own due diligence. And I also need to give a word of caution for drinking it before bedtime, because some people do experience that it has a little bit of a stimulating effect and may make you more alert than you would like to be. The next thing I recommend taking for liver and gallbladder detox is this liquid iron and vitamin B formula that helps to reduce the toxicity of the fungi. If you don't know, then the fungus as a byproduct of its activity in the body creates some very harmful, very serious toxins like acetaldehyde, and in order to reduce that you need to take in B vitamins. So whichever way you can take the B vitamins, I just found that this one works great because it's got iron in it as well, which I do need to take, so the combination just works well for me. The next elimination system we will talk about is bowels. This is my favorite topic because I was able to overcome constipation, which I had for many years. I'm just so excited to share these tips with you. Just a little bit of a prehistory. My bowels used to be very slow and congested, and my skin would be really badly affected by the healing crisis, because when you cannot eliminate the toxins with your stool, then what happens is that you essentially recirculate those toxins into your bloodstream, and then it worsens out all of the other symptoms. My colon grew up being lazy because it was not stimulated nearly enough with fiber, and so it took me a very long time to get it moving every day. And if you have the same issue, be patient with it and start introducing a little bit of fiber every day and maybe increasing it gradually as you progress from week to week. Ideally, each intake of food should equal one evacuation. However, even I have not reached that point yet, but one evacuation per meal is what we should be striving for. Now to the tips on how to improve your bowel movements. Well, apart from introducing more fiber into your diet, you also have to remember that the stool is made of water as well. So if you don't drink enough water, your stool is going to be really hard to pass, and that can create obviously issues down below. So you need to be hydrated, and remember that coffee or black tea dehydrates your body. For every cup of coffee that you drink, you need to drink triple the amount of water to counteract that dehydration effect. So you should eliminate coffee or black tea from your diet, and drink, like I've mentioned, 30 ml per 1 kg of body weight. Yes, for some people coffee does stimulate peristalsis, however it still dehydrates your body, so you might be passing stool fine, but it might be very hard and painful and might actually rupture your, well, you know what. Remember, you can evacuate every single day but still be constipated if your stool is too hard. So please refer to the Bristol stool chart, which you can find anywhere on the internet, to see what kind of stool you are actually passing and to see whether you have achieved golden middle of all poos. I should mention that wheat or gluten intolerance might be the cause of constipation in some people. I would generally recommend that people with psoriasis would eliminate wheat for many other reasons, and these reasons will be covered in another video. But if you suspect that wheat or gluten might be causing constipation, then you would do well by trying to eliminate it for at least 2 months, because it takes about 2 months for the effect of the wheat to completely go away. Only in 2 months you'll be able to tell if you had been intolerant to it all of this time. Now, we have already mentioned exercise as an important part of the healing journey, and you really need to include it so that you can stimulate your bowel movements too. I have, like I said, underestimated the importance, but now I see that it's not only important for stimulating the bloodstream, it's also important for stimulating the peristalsis, the movement of the colon. Now, apart from drinking more water in the morning and between meals, walking and exercising to stimulate your colon, and abstaining from coffee, here is the list of things you can do to help you move more efficiently. Number 1 is to add ground flax seeds, also known as linseeds, to your meals. Ground flax seeds not only help you stay regular, but also remove mucus, yeast, and byproducts that have built up on your colon walls. A natural laxative that I can recommend for you to look into is Cascara sagrada. Cascara sagrada is a natural herbal laxative made from reddish brown bark of a tree. It contains compounds which trigger the contractions of the colon, causing the urge to have a bowel movement. Now, my next tip for stimulating your bowel movements would be to do a tummy massage, and you can find plenty of videos to choose the one you would like to do. The next thing we're gonna talk about is lungs. You'll be surprised to know that 75% of the toxins that we eliminate are actually eliminated by the lungs themselves. They do this as you breathe, since your lungs are filtering polluted air, foreign matter, and organisms that make their way through the nose and the mouth. So the ways you can help your body to eliminate through lungs would be, again, you guessed it, exercise, as the exercise actually creates the need for more oxygen, for more deep breathing, and helps the lungs to expel those toxins out of your body. Another way to help your lungs is to breathe deeply. You might want to inhale at the count of 10 or 7 or 8 if you can't do that, and then exhale at the count of 7, 8, 9, or 10. So let's try this together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is something that you can practice every single day, a couple times a day when you have a spare moment, to learn to breathe deeply. Another tip is to go outside more and breathe fresh air in the park, near the river, basically in nature, and try breathing with your full lung capacity more often. A perfect combination of all of these tips would be deep breathing while you're walking outside or exercising in nature. The last but not least elimination organ we're gonna look at is lymphatic system and skin. Think of the lymphatic system as a built-in drainage channel. Unlike our heart, the lymphatic system does not have its own pump and relies on the joints and muscles to move the lymphatic fluid up the system to be filtered by lymph nodes at the base of your neck. So here are the ways we can stimulate the lymphatic system and help our skin to eliminate toxins better. Exercise is again one of the best ways to do this. We can stimulate our lymphatic system through exercise, and that also increases the need to sweat, whereby we're able to eliminate those waste products through the pores. So that gives us a double effect for our money, or should I say for our effort. As you exercise, you are stimulating the lymph nodes and you're also increasing the sweating, which helps your skin. Lymphatic massage is another way you can stimulate your lymphatic system. Although I have not tried it, it is said to help move the lymph and help if you struggle with puffiness, dull skin, under eye circles, water retention, or feel tenderness or swelling around your lymph nodes. The next tip is to try dry brushing. Daily dry brushing with a special dry brush can exfoliate your skin and open up pores that allow toxins to exit your system. Avoid dry brushing the area that's broken or has thinner skin. Brush for a total of 3 to 5 minutes and be sure to brush gently. Lymph fluid sits right under the surface of the skin, so there's no need to do this in any vigorous way. You would need to do short strokes towards your heart, just like this. A detox bath is another way that you can help your skin to eliminate toxins more efficiently and open up those pores. Warm water mixed with magnesium or baking soda works magic for extracting toxins through your skin. This can be especially helpful for detox symptoms such as rashes, headaches, and joint pain. However, before doing this, you need to consult with a professional, especially if you have low or high blood pressure. In order to do this, fill the tub with hot water around 40 degrees centigrade. Add 1.5 cups of baking soda or Epsom salt or Dead Sea salt. Soak for 15 to 20 minutes, then scrub with loofah sponge or body brush. Get out of tub and wrap up in a large towel and blanket to keep you sweating, but that's totally optional. Lay down for 15 minutes, then finish with a cool shower. Or if you are skipping the wrapping in the blanket, then just finish your bath with the cool shower straight away. Apart from exercise, there is another way to stimulate sweating, and that is through infrared sauna. An infrared sauna uses infrared light to penetrate deep into your tissue, warming them directly without heating the surrounding air. So that means if you maybe couldn't tolerate the dry sauna before, you might be able to tolerate infrared sauna, like I do. It was hard for me to sit for longer than a couple of minutes in a dry sauna because it heats the air much higher than 60 degrees centigrade, and in infrared sauna you get about 60 degrees centigrade max. This deep heat stimulates sweating, improves circulation, and promotes detoxification by helping the body release toxins through sweat. The gentle targeted warmth also aids in muscle relaxation and can help reduce pain and inflammation, which is exactly what we need with the healing crisis. The next recommendation is that you can get yourself a rebounder trampoline. Jumping up and down can also move the lymphatic system, and it is gentle on the knees, unlike the running or jogging would be. And of course, remembering the 8 laws of health, we cannot forget about the sunlight. Sunlight helps with the production of vitamin D in your skin, which plays a crucial role in immune system regulation and inflammation control. This can help your body manage the heightened immune activity that happens during the healing crisis. Sunlight also stimulates the production of serotonin, which is a hormone that promotes the feeling of well-being. This can help you with emotional stress or discomfort that often comes with the detox symptoms. Just be sure to follow these protective measures when going outside sunbathing. Number 1 is to limit your exposure to 10 to 15 minutes, especially when you're just starting exposing your skin to the sun. Number 2 is to drink plenty of water, of course, to stay hydrated and avoid dehydration. Number 3 is to protect your skin, and if you are staying in the sun for longer, then use natural sunscreen or stay in the shade. You're still going to get the benefits of the sunlight even in the shade. Let me know which tips you're going to try for your next healing journey. Leave me a comment if you like this channel, subscribe or hit the like button. It all helps to promote videos to the algorithm and of course reach more people this way. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Bye bye. Approximately 30 millimeter or gluten intolerant like acetaldehyde